of all, Professor Belaya, thank you so much for your warm, encouraging words, very sincere words of appreciation. Thank you so much for that. Representatives of the Ministry of Education, Professor Belaya, and Professor Tekel of the Ethiopian Academy of Sciences, members of the Academy, university representatives and presidents, media representatives, and honored guests. It's my pleasure to be here at the Ethiopian Academy of Sciences today to mark the opening of the 2024 International Education Week. Since the year 2000, the United States government and our partners around the world have celebrated International Education Week to highlight the transformative power of international education to foster global understanding and cooperation, much as you, Professor, mentioned earlier in your remarks. Whether students study in their home country or internationally, education bridges cultural divides, promotes mutual respect, and cultivates shared commitment to progress and to peace. However, as many of us here today can attest from our own experiences, international education, be it a long-term degree program or a short-term exchange, can profoundly impact students' global understanding and often change the trajectory of their careers and indeed of their lives. Through study abroad or exchanges, students not only acquire new academic skills, but also develop broader worldviews, build new networks, gain greater confidence, and expand their vision of how they can contribute to their communities, their nations, and of course, our world. We are very proud that U.S. universities remain the #1 destination for international students globally, with more than 1 million international students studying in the United States every single year. That's almost double the number of international students of the next leading country. The astounding diversity of programs and types of universities, the leading international caliber of U.S. university research, and the incredible research facilities offered by U.S. universities are the primary drivers of this outstanding trend and long-standing trend. Not only do international students have much to gain by studying in the United States, they have much to contribute. International students enrich our campuses with their talent, their diverse perspectives, and their unique experiences. In 2023, the United States welcomed more than 3,000 Ethiopian students at U.S. universities and colleges. This is the 4th highest number of students from any sub-Saharan African nation, but it's still not as high as we would like to see. Given the depth and duration of the U.S.-Ethiopian bilateral relationship, we'd like to see an even greater number of highly qualified, committed Ethiopian students at U.S. universities in the years to come. We believe that students like Bereket Mola, who is studying computer science in Columbia University, have so much to contribute to the U.S.-Ethiopia relationship. Their U.S. university experiences provide them with a unique insight into both countries, and their academic and professional talents position them to become leaders in their fields when they return here to Ethiopia. Support for higher quality education has been a central part of the U.S.-Ethiopia relationship throughout our 120 years of diplomatic relations. An early high point of this support was the Truman Air Point 4 program, which you've heard me talk about many, many times. One of the earliest U.S. initiatives aimed at fostering international development through education. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, the Point 4 program laid the foundations for institutions that would become the Haramaya, Jimma, Gondar, Ambo, and Burhan universities. Our commitment to improving Ethiopian higher education institutions continues, as we've talked about earlier today, to this day. Today, as we mark the 2024 International Education Week, I'm very pleased to announce the launch of the second phase of the U.S. government's support for the transition of Ethiopia's public universities to new autonomous governance structures through a $522,000 grant to the Ethiopian Academy of Sciences. Thank you so much for your partnership. The first phase of this initiative, completed earlier this year, as discussed previously, responded to the call for support from the Ministry of Education. Through that project, we provided domestic and international expert consultation to Addis Abeba's university's leadership team as it developed the key policies needed to transition to its new independent governance structure. In parallel, we helped to build the capacity of key offices and functions at AAU and other leading universities here to help them build their capacity to operate as independent autonomous universities. This new Supporting the Transition of Ethiopia's Public Universities to Autonomous Governance grant is built upon the best practices and lessons learned from the Addis Ababa University's experience in transitioning to autonomy, as well as the inputs and feedback from other public universities. Like the first phase, this initiative will assist leading universities to develop their key framework, policy documents in areas such as student admission, alumni engagement, endowment, accreditation, strategic planning, and research administration. Working in partnership with the Ministry of Education, the Ethiopian Academy of Sciences, and participating universities, we believe this project will help Ethiopia's public universities enhance their readiness to transition to autonomous governance. In the spirit of the Point 4 program and the 120th anniversary of U.S.-Ethiopian relations, allow me to assure you that the U.S. government and U.S. universities are your closest allies in this critical moment in Ethiopia's higher education system. We share your goals of strengthening Ethiopia's higher education system so as to enhance academic freedom, ensure equitable access to quality higher education, to build democratic institution governance, transparency and accountability, and to bolster joint international research. In closing, let us remember that education is not only about individual achievement, but also about building a better, more interconnected world. As we celebrate International Education Week, let us renew our commitment to supporting education initiatives that bridge divides and create opportunities for all. Thank you so much.
It was the coincidence that we have been discussing with the Parliament Standing Committee regarding the autonomy of the universities, because they have been evaluating us the progress. Well, as you all know, our education system has been expanding over the last 3 decades. Particularly, the education system has been growing very fast the last 2 decades. From 2 universities, now we have more than 51 public universities and more than 315 private institutions. And the number of students in the higher education sector has grown from 10,000 to now almost 1.7 million population enrolling in our education system. Despite all the efforts made regarding the expansion and access of higher education to our citizens, our education system has been significantly deteriorating in terms of quality. So the roadmap study that has been completed in 2018, I guess, has come up with various recommendations, problems, challenges, and as well as recommendations to be made to improve our quality of education. One of the areas that has been touched in the roadmap was, despite the efforts we made in accessing education, particularly higher education, we are not able to, have capable, competent, efficient, and effective institutions. So the institutions that we have built over the years are not able to, be competent enough, particularly in terms of, producing quality education, in terms of, conducting problem-solving research, and all the systems we had were inefficient and ineffective. So to address those challenges, one of the recommendations put in the roadmap was, autonomizing universities. So that's why we always say that this particular reform, autonomy of higher education institutions, is one of the government-initiated and government-led reform that we are implementing, and we have now started with AAU, following the proclamation number 1294, 2023, and following that, AAU has become the first autonomous universities with regulation number 567, 2023. So AAU has been put for 2 years as transition, and we have assigned leaders to transit this autonomy, and we're expecting more 10 universities to join the autonomy wave over the coming year, and particularly 2018 to the calendar, we expect more universities to join this autonomy wave. And in order to do that, we have to do a lot of system changes, structural changes. And thank you for the AS government for usual support. particularly in improving and enhancing the governance of higher education system. You have been always with us in enhancing the quality of leadership, and now you're supporting autonomy. It means a lot for us, I guess. And we need to be, collaborate, partner. Otherwise, we cannot lead this big initiative with the ministry alone. So we have our own tasks, and today the signing ceremony has, brought the Ethiopian Academy of Science as implementing partner for this particular project. And I reiterate the commitment of the Ministry of Education to see this signing project to be effective and efficient, and so that we'll have institutions and universities that will be able to become efficient and effective. They will be in a position to foster academic capabilities and research capabilities as well. So we'll be able to work together. I urge you to give us, the seat, what do you call it, the driver's seat, and then the Ethiopian Academy of Science will help us in the management of the project, because we have our own, plans and activities that we are put in place. We have our own roadmap. We are setting standard to select which universities are going to be, joining this autonomy journey. So we need to work all together. So finally, I would ask the embassy and the Ethiopian Academy of Science to sit together with us, with our official management, and discuss on each activities, so that each and every activities will be implemented efficiently and effectively. Thank you so much, the US Embassy, Your Excellency, Ambassador Ervin Massinga. You are always helping the Ethiopian people, and helping their education means helping the Ethiopian people, right? So thank you so much, everyone involved. Thank you again.